Hey everybody. I thought this week I would give you a little bit of a restore video and a glimpse at my favorite crew. Bye, guys. So, this is a 30-minute restore video that I filmed for y'all. And I was hoping that we could just use things that we could find around our house to support us. So, if you have a couple of these household items, you'll probably be okay. I grabbed 2 bed or couch pillows, and I have a rolled up mat as well. You could use a rolled up towel or a blanket. I have this little tiny pillow that I found, and also I have a little step stool behind me that I might need or use. I've got a couple of sturdy books to go along with the one foam block that I have, but you can use rolled up, you can use rolls of toilet paper or paper towels. I use Kleenex boxes a lot, so, make use of what you have. This first pose that I'm going to set up for us is a heart opener, a chest opener, a front body opener, and a really good relaxer for the nervous system. So I've settled my 2 bed pillows so they can support my spine here. And then when I lay back, my throat is a little too far open for my taste. So I'm just going to put that little pillow there as well. I could use my block. Just make sure that your head feels supported, your chest feels open, your belly relaxed, your pelvis is supported by your mat, so you're still settling on your sits bones. And for your arms, you can reach them up and back over your head. You could have them by your sides out to a T or down by your hips. Your palms could be up or down. If you'd like to have your knees bent, you can have either folded ankles or one ankle in front of the other. You could put the soles of the feet together if you'd like to have that reclined cobbler's pose, the Supta Baddha Konasana pose. If you want to bring this to a tighter stretch, you could always bring the soles of your feet closer to your pelvis, but that distance is completely unique to you. If you want, you could also support the outer knees so they're not really floating in space with your blocks or whatever you're using as blocks. But if you have bent knees, go ahead and make sure that the front of the hips are relaxed so the inner thighs can be long and loose. If you're choosing long, straight legs in this pose, any distance is okay between your heels. Let your big toes kick away from each other. Once your body settles down into stillness, remembering that however long that takes in your body is perfectly fine, just start to observe. Observe any sensations coming from your physical body first. Anything that calls out to you at all. Maybe a tight shoulder or a loose knee. Maybe you feel pain. Every single sensation is perfectly fine. Remember, you're not locked into any of these poses, so if you have to shift, if your physical body has to move, that's perfectly fine. After you've finished feeling all of the sensations and observing everything coming from the physical body, see if you can shift that same conscious awareness to the flow of your breath. And any breath that you find when you observe is okay. Whether it's shallow, deep, slow, fast, ragged, congested like mine is all the time. Observe, maybe even with gratitude, whatever breath is being offered to your practice today, whatever breath was good enough to get you here to your mat today. Observe it with gratitude. And then, when you feel ready, you can slide that same conscious awareness to any emotions that you might feel arising from the observations of your body or your breath. Remembering again, anything you find is fine. Whatever you observe is okay. Maybe even try to welcome what you find with gratitude. Pause this and hold this for as long as you want. But when you're ready, maybe help your knees come back together with your hands, or walk the soles of the feet up towards the sits bones and then out towards the edges of your mat. Let your two knees slide in towards each other and then kind of rub them together, back and forth, rotating the hips in their sockets for a few minutes. And then, when you're ready, you can come up from this pose however it's least disruptive to your body. Take a moment if you want to, and then we'll set up the next pose, remembering that our restorative practice is completely supported. We'll take a heart dropping to the floor pose next, a child's pose. And here you can support your sits bones in this knelt hero's pose, remembering that you can stack as many blocks or books under you as you'd like. The first option for your child's pose is putting your pillows or your bolster on your thighs and then taking a nice breath in, lifting up your chest and then exhaling to roll forward and down. You can place your head to the side or rest on your chin or your forehead. Your arms can be forward with palms up or down, or you can take your arms out to the sides or back behind you, reaching kind of for your ankles. And that usually feels good with palms up. And this is one option for your supported child's pose. Remember that if this one is perfectly fine and you still want to try the next one, you can do that. Taking your knees as far apart as you'd like, for the second option, bring those pillows in towards you but on the floor. And then breathe in to lift up and exhale to roll forward and down. This is going to give you a deeper drop towards the earth. And if this one's okay, again, find arms that suit you in this particular asana, remembering our bodies are different in each one. Take a moment to let your physical body settle and observe physical sensations. Now, if you have trouble at all with tight knees, which a lot of us do, it's nice to put another pillow or the rolled up mat or blanket or towel that you have behind your knees so that you can increase that angle, giving yourself a little bit of relief. And remember, if this or any of the poses are inaccessible in your body, that's perfectly fine. You can skip this one and move on to the next one. Taking as long as your physical body needs to settle into stillness, maybe being aware of any frustration that might arise from the amount of time your physical body takes to settle. Allow everything to soften and relax. Here, letting the sacrum open, the low back. If you have your pillows on your thighs, you'll have a more open upper back. And if you have your heart melting more towards the earth, you'll have your shoulders sliding together more and down your back. Observe first all of your physical sensations, acknowledging each one but holding on to none of them. And then take note of your breath in this new shape of your physical body. See if it's any different from the breath of the last pose. And then finally seeing if any of that makes you feel any type of way at all, if any emotions arise from this practice. Accepting everything, dropping everything. Pausing in this pose for as long as you want. When you're ready to come out of it, just press down through your palms right underneath your shoulders and lift up. We're going to use the same pillows again. So coming onto one of your hips, just sliding your legs off to the side. We're going to roll onto this side body, taking a side lying pose to loosen up the pelvis and the hips. I like to support my head with a block. It seems to be on the lowest height, the perfect height to support my cervical spine, my neck spine, and then we'll take the top leg and, as you can see, just support the knee to ankle with the pillows. And here you can take your arms in any way that supports your shoulders. Sometimes I like to put my hand right in front of me. Sometimes I like to drape the arm on the leg. This is one option. And if you like it here, stay here. Otherwise, you could rotate your body, your pelvis and chest towards the floor and melting forward into the mat. Take more of an inner thigh stretch for the top leg. Try both and listen to your physical body. See which stretch would benefit your body of today best, and then take that option. It looks like today I've chosen to take that inner thigh stretch, that gate open, hip out to the side. Relax the side waist here. Relax the glutes and the sacrum. If you'd like to take any mobility to soften into your hip, you can. Or you can relax all of the muscles and let the pillow support a completely supporting option. Now, if this is something that you want to hold for a long time, you can pause and then take a little bit of mobility. So rolling onto your side body, you can bend your bottom knee here, if that helps you from rolling off to your side. Support your head with your hand and then bring the knee up toward the shoulder. You can support any part of your leg here, your thigh, the back of your knee, your ankle or your foot. And then just take liberties with your hip, rotating it forward and back so that the knee points up to the sky and the knee points forward. You could bend and straighten your knee, find mobility for your ankle. And then when you're ready, relax down. Take a moment and flip to the other side, either rolling or you can sit up like I've done. Take this on the other side, supporting your neck, spine, your head, however you'd like. Straighten the bottom leg as much as you want, and then support the top leg on the pillows, either with the knee in line with the hip or rotating more onto your front body, as I'm doing here, to take an inner thigh stretch. I'm doing a little mobility just to breathe into my joints a little bit, massaging the head of the femur in its socket a little, engaging the muscles of my ankle, rotate my foot around. And then, as you can see, I've relaxed that down to take a moment to feel the physical sensations, feel the breath in this new pose, see if any emotions arise. Hold that for as long as you want. And then when you're ready to roll onto your side body, pull that knee up and in toward the shoulder as much as you want. You can support it with your hand anywhere on the leg, the ankle, or the foot, or you can have a lazy arm like I usually like to do. Rotate the knee forward and back. Draw circles with the knee or the foot. Take liberties with your own hip in its own socket here and see what feels good. Listen to the sounds coming from your physical body and your breath. I'm glad y'all can't hear the creaks and the cracks from this video. Also, shout out to Pigeon Bagels for providing my wardrobe for this video. Not an ad, just a fan. When you're ready to set up the next asana, come up slowly, and we're going to take next a belly down pose. And as you can see here, I've placed the roll, either your blanket or your rolled up mat, underneath the pelvis, right at the two front hip points. And then I've padded that with a pillow. And then you're going to take a sphinx or a cobra or baby cobra, whichever of those poses are most comfortable for you, just pressing down through the hands and finding as much of a lifted chest as you want as you breathe in, and then you'll just relax down. And if someone walks in on you in this pose, you can yell at them and say, "Please leave, I'm doing real yoga," with your head to the side here, or chin, forehead down if the pillow is a little more breathable. Relax the spine completely. Try to relax the sacrum, the very end of your spine. The roll underneath the pelvis, kind of rolling the tailbone back and down. A little bit of a pelvic tilt being supported by that roll underneath us. So try to feel a nice, relaxed, and soft lower back. Try to relax the glutes if you can, the hamstrings, the thighs. Relax the entire back body. Arms can be by your sides, palms up or down. I've chosen to take both of my hands to my lower back for my shoulders. You can link fingers if that feels good right behind your low back, and let the elbows fall to the sides. Listen to your body, listen to your breath. How does that practice make you feel? Remembering any answer is okay. Anytime you feel you need to, you can always lift and slowly turn your head to the other side if we're in a pose that turns your head face down and to the side. Pause this and hold for as long as you want to. And when you're ready to come up, just slowly bring your palms to underneath your shoulders to press up. We'll use the chair for the next pose, but you could also use a wall, because legs up a wall is a really, really nice pose. But as you can see in my host family's house, they have a lot of stuff on the walls, so I'm going to use this fancy chair. So bring your tailbone close enough to whatever is supporting your legs, the wall or the chair, so that there's maybe almost a 90-degree bend in your knees. And then you can push yourself away from whatever's supporting your legs so that your low back feels comfortable, your hips feel supported, and you don't feel like you're in too much of a stretch. I've chosen to make my legs into a little more of an incline with a pillow. So take as much time as you need to set this up in your own body. Here I'm putting a block underneath my sacrum, which you can do either at a chair or the wall. You can support your head with a pillow or a block. Tuck your chin so that the back of your neck is long and relaxed, and spread out your entire back body on your mat. Your arms can be out by your sides. You can bend your elbows for cactus arms. You can take your arms back behind you or link your hands behind your head. Allow gravity to bring all of the fluids of your body back to your organs. Allow your breath to just be while you observe it. Allow your body to just be. And pause. Hold this as long as you like. The next asana that we set up will be our one of final relaxation. So take your time here in this gentle and completely supported inversion. If when you invert yourself, your toes or your feet get cool or tingly at all, that's perfectly normal and okay. If it gets distracting, you can always come down. Maybe try inversions the next day. And if you are comfortable laying flat on your back, our pose of final relaxation today will just be plain old Shavasana, corpse pose, but completely supported, very, very heavily supported to make it as restorative as possible. So I'm choosing to put the rolled up mat behind me to support my spine, and you can use a block to support your head if you want. I have a pretty short spine, so you'll see here that I have to make a couple adjustments. I don't need the block at all. Yep. So when you lay back, If you want your head to be supported, put a block there. If you want to let your head fall back so that your throat is open, that's fine as well. I like supporting the undersides of the legs, so either with a rolled up pillow underneath the knees, or you can do, as I've done here, just stack some pillows and place the legs on that. I always go with the roll under the knees. So if you like more of a bent knee, roll something up, place that under there. And then when you settle into your most comfortable supported version of corpse pose, Shavasana, let everything settle. Take your arms as far away from your body as you'd like. Any distance between your heels, again, here is fine. Soften your front hips, your belly. Let it inflate as much as it needs to with every breath. Soften your chest here. Tuck your chin so the back of your neck is relaxed and long. Relax the muscles that hold your jaw to your skull. Maybe even slacken your jaw, opening your mouth a little bit. Relax your eyeballs in their sockets, making a note of whether you're squeezing your eyelids tightly shut or not. Remembering that you don't have to close them if you don't want to. Fixing them on a spot on the ceiling is fine. Let any tension in your forehead or between your eyebrows just melt down and back off your scalp. Observing your body and your breath. Let go of any effort, any tension. There's absolutely nothing required of you here or anytime you are in final relaxation. Relax the muscles supporting your hips, supporting your pelvis, the long muscles of your legs. Relax your feet, your hands. Let everything be heavy. Let everything feel held and supported, because it is. You are held and supported. When you're ready to slowly come back into your body, remembering to pause this for as long as you'd like, taking as long of a final relaxation as you need today. Deepen your breath slowly. Come back into your body with small movements. I like to bend knees, bend elbows, hug things into the center. Maybe take long good morning stretches. And then when you're ready, roll onto your side to help you press yourself up to any comfortable seat for a moment of mindfulness and gratitude. Maybe placing hands together at your heart. I'll bow to each of you as students and teachers with a namaste. Thank you so much, as always, for sharing your practice with me. I can't wait to see all of you again, and I hope you all stay healthy, well, blessed. I love you.